So let's talk about cloud computing. Why do we need these services? How they appears in our life. So let's review simple personal computer. So you can see if we want to run some server, exception, or we need to save a lot of information. We have limited resources for PC. We can't put more resources in one single PC or laptop than it can consume. So probably here is a picture, 100,000 users. This is a high load for a single personal computer. So user experience slow response, it can crash, it can overheating and broke down. So outcome from this situation. What do how progress improve this situation? So create bigger servers, then servers complete in data centers, then these data centers connect into clouds. What is cloud infrastructure? So data center, they are global, they connected via network, and you can access them via network, so and manage it. So if you have a bigger amount of users that come to your service, you can run additional equipment or lease it from cloud provider. Also, they are independent because they location in different regions. So this is allow their availability. So that's a more deeper topic, but you should know that you can work with data centers. So what the cost is included? So here is our data center. So it includes server hardware, maintenance, electricity, networking, physical storage, price of all equipment, electricity, security, maintaining building, price for engineers who provide service for this data center. So you pay only for time during which you use these services, this equipment, or store data. View prices. So let's review simple use case when we need to store data, probably 1 terabyte size. So where we can store? We can store on DVD disks, Blu-ray disc, hard drive, or use cloud providers. Here is biggest providers: AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. So what we can see, so if we decide to save our data in DVD disks, so we need probably buy recorder, but because we need to record those disks, then we need to read data from that disks. So it costs probably $35 recorder, and so you can see we need 200 disks probably. It costs additional $130. So total sum will be $165 for disks. Then we can use a Blu-ray recorder. So it costs more, $90. This price we buy once, and 40 disks we need to record 1 terabyte. Probably total is $130. So this is less than this price. If we decide to use hard drive, it costs probably $55. So that's for now is most efficient way. So also we can save information in cloud providers. So there is one important note that when you upload, it's free. When you try to read that data from that storage, it's payable operation. So save is much more cheaper than retrieve data from cloud. So it costs probably this is one availability zone. This means that you save only one copy. If you willing to save more copies, probably standard is 3 copies, it costs little more. So probably you save 3 copies of the same data, but if one data setter crashed and lost your information, you can get that information from other data centers. So here is for AWS, here is for Azure, and here is for GCP. This is the cheapest for saving information, but if you want to read those information, you must pay. So, and this is price for year. Storage, and this is retrieval. If you need to read data more frequently, you pay more. So other service here, this is standard. So you can see that it's 2 times expensive. Azure and GCP. So you can see that prices are higher. So what the outcome from this, we can see that so disks you can lost, it can be broken. Hard drive the same, it can be broken. But if you save in 3 availability zones, it won't be broken. But it has bigger price. So cloud computing is rarely the cheapest solution in terms of pure hardware to hardware costs, but it is the best solution when your value is tied to speed, scale, and focus. So some examples. So workloads are spiky or seasonal. For example, you have company that sells tickets to airplanes. So on holidays, a lot of people come to buy tickets. So if you don't use cloud, you need to add additional hardware or decline some clients. Where if you decline clients, you lose money, profit. So second option is when time to market is the priority. So probably when you develop some products and you need to create websites. So developer developed, but you need to create server. To buy server, you need buy hardware. You need to find place where to put that hardware. You need to add additional energy services, cables, etc. A lot of tasks which you need to do on before you start running your application. So this is time to market. When you need global reach, so low latency. For example, your application work in New York and in Mumbai or in China. Yes, Azure, so cloud is global, and it can provide you to you equipment in different regions or special global point of presence. So when you want to offload undifferentiated heavy lifting, it means you don't want to manage Linux kernels or power supplies, etc. So this is provider give you serverless and special services model. You can use product. Next, when you need specialized hardware, so for example, you want to train AI models or running heavily simulation of an you need GPU. So especially in this time when we live now is global crisis in memory GPU because AI boom training, so you can get it by reasonable price only in cloud provider there. So most use cases is for business, for safety, and for to cover these reasons.